question.
Are you wondering what are the most important skills you need to help you to get where you want to go? I'm Dr. Cyril Crasto. In this globalized, fast-changing work environment, there is now a premium on the kind of soft skills that allow you to progress ahead with the future of work. Whether you are a fresh graduate determining how to have a competitive advantage in your career, or you are a mid-career professional looking to secure your next promotion, you might be thinking of what to do next to reach your goal. While it's, of course, important to deliver your industry-specific hard skills, just as to your success are your soft skills. Soft skills are how you function in the workplace and interact with each other. And while they are not easily taught in a classroom or measured, they are the skills that you all need to have. Graduates today must ensure that they are well skilled in specific skills employers are looking for. With the continuously shifting economy, it is essential to find the right employee with the proper skills. A leading university in the US recently conducted exercise with the US Chamber of Commerce to focus upon the 21st century workforce. The study identified 5 soft skills that workers say are the most important ones when it comes to getting hired and being successful in the workplace. Ability and willingness to learn new things, critical thinking and problem-solving skills, collaboration and teamwork, interpersonal communication, and ability to analyze and synthesize information. How many of us mention these as our core skills? Are we aware of this, or are we missing out on something important aspects for success? The study also revealed that there is a need to prepare students for in-demand career training, as well as prepare them for the workforce, providing them with hands-on training on various skills from experienced industry instructors. So what is problem solving? Problem solving is a mental process that involves discovering, analyzing, and solving problems. The ultimate goal of problem solving is to overcome obstacles and find a solution that best resolves the issue. How often do you go beyond your immediate job assigned and rather use more knowledge, facts, data to see if any gaps exist and solve these problems? So why should we develop our problem-solving skills? Regardless of your chosen career path, building your soft skills is critical so that you can set yourself apart from the others in a competitive landscape. Being a good problem solver is essential because employers value people who can work together through challenges on their own or as an effective member of a team by defining the issues, brainstorming alternatives, sharing thoughts, and then making sound decisions. Employers like to see good problem-solving skills besides a range of other competencies such as logic, creativity, resilience, imagination, lateral thinking, and determination. Those with good problem-solving skills are a valuable and trusted asset in any team. These are the people who think of new ideas, better ways of doing things, making it easier for people to understand things, save some time for the customers and money. They are the proactive thinkers who like to do things apart. Problem-solving skills can progress you more quickly and boost your opportunities. What are the types of problems we are facing? There are 3 types of them, as researchers have found out: well-defined problems, ill-defined problems, and wicked problems. Yes, problems can also be wicked. Well-defined problems are those for which the goal is already prescribed, as well as the solution to find them. Example can be an oil spill in the ocean. Ill-defined problems are problems for which the goal and the means to reach a solution are a large extent unknown. Example could be vocational guidance for young people. Many young people don't know which career to choose from. For ill-defined problems, there is no one best solution, but rather more or less accepted satisfactory solutions. Now we come to the third one, what is wicked problems? These problems have a very high level of abstraction or complexity, and they can never be totally solved. Examples of wicked problems in today's society include education design, financial crisis, healthcare, hunger, income equality, obesity, poverty, terrorism, etc. The design theorist Richard Buchanan associated design thinking with the innovation required to tackle wicked problems. He popularized the word wicked problems in his paper called Wicked Problems in Design Thinking way back in 1992. So how do we solve problems? Firstly, we can gain more knowledge by reading books. Reading books can help us to solve more problems. We have noticed a lot of speeches these recent times about how prominent, successful, highly regarded individuals like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, and others are ardent readers. They read to learn and grow their knowledge and understanding of the world. Some of us may be reading a lot of books in our chosen fields of interest. Reading books help one to get to a better solving problems, and also they help them to understand people to solve problems. The second aspect of solving problems could be root cause analysis. Root cause analysis is one of the most important elements of problem solving in quality management. The common traditional root cause analysis tools which have been used are Pareto chart, how to conduct root cause analysis, the 5 whys, fishbone analysis, etc. The 5 whys method is an iterative interrogative technique pioneered at the Toyota Motor Corporation in the 1930s to explore the cause and effect relationship underlying a specific problem. By working back the root cause of one to another up to 5 times, designers can expose root causes and explore effective solutions. New problems need new solutions. Einstein was certainly right. We can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. With the rapid changes in society, the methods we have previously used to solve many of the problems we face are no longer effective. We need to develop new ways of thinking in order to design better solutions, services, and experiences that solve our current problems. The problems designers, business owners, and engineers face today are in a whole new level of scale compared to the challenges we have faced in the past few decades. In a largely globalized world where the changes in economic and natural resources can be felt halfway around the globe, our challenges are becoming more and more intertwined with the systems that connect us all. To solve new problems we face today and in the future, we need to have a new kind of thinking, a new approach towards innovation. Tim Brown, the CEO of the international design consultancy firm Ideation, makes this point in his book Change by Design. What we need today are new choices, new products that balance the needs of individuals and that of society as a whole. New ideas that tackle the global challenges of health, poverty, education, new strategies that result in differences that matter, and a sense of purpose that engages everyone affected by them. The third way of solving problems is design thinking. Design thinking steps in with a bold new, systematized, and non-linear human-centered approach. This will help us radically change the way we go about exploring problems and creating solutions to these problems. Design thinking brings us together what we call a human point of view with what is technologically feasible and economically viable. Desirability is what makes sense to people and for people. Feasibility is the technicality that is possible within the foreseeable future. Viability, what it is likely to be a part of a sustainable business model. So what is design thinking best suited for? Design thinking is a well-suited approach to address a wide range of challenges and is best used for bringing about innovation in a wide variety of contexts. Human-centered innovation, quality of life, coping with rapid social market changes, reinventing business models, complex unsolved societal challenges, and problems that data cannot solve. Design thinking is a large part of that new approach towards innovation, as it allows peoples, teams, and organizations to have a human-centered perspective and yet a scientific approach towards solving a problem. What could be the possible examples of design thinking? Some leading industries have used design thinking in a big way. PepsiCo overcame their long losing market share using design thinking with a focus on multiple aspects like product innovation, good design, and enhancing the supply chains. Airbnb, by taking good pictures of homes, understanding customer expectations. Apple, known for its innovation and great user experience. Design thinking can become a platform through which companies can find ways of improving existing structures. They build new range of products and were successful competing with leading brands. Meeting customers in the real world is the best way to deal with the problems and come up with smart solutions. In order to embrace design thinking and innovation, we need to ensure that we have the right mindsets, collaborative teams, and conducive environments. While we align our mindsets, skills, and environments, we are able to create innovations that allow us to survive disruptions while we face the near future. There's a movie called Design and Thinking. It's a documentary style which has or gives a glimpse into the world of design thinking from the perspective of some of its practitioners, thought leaders, and critics. This is a clipping that we can now see.
I make stuff up.
Look at what's happening now. There have been fundamental changes in the way people think about problems, the kinds of problems that occur, and certainly the impact on design.
My definition of design thinking is applying the methodologies and approaches of design to a broader set of issues and problems in business and society.
So many people think that it's kind of like in your genes. You're a creative person or you're not. I don't buy that.
Prototyping, testing, failing all the time, but failing quickly and cheaply in order to succeed.
A big part of it with city governments is just getting them comfortable with the idea of experimentation. It's totally antithetical to the culture of startups in Silicon Valley. Try something, if it doesn't work, throw it out and start again.
Now, when the government came to us and asked us to redesign the ballot, we said we wouldn't redesign the ballot, but what we would do is redesign the election experience.
If I didn't have to just pick a boring, ugly bike, pre-built off the shelf, if I got to choose the color of the frame, the color of the wheels, what would my bike look like?
I think it was called the Flower Power was the internal name for one of the iMacs, and it wasn't a success. It lasted in the marketplace for 6 months.
Some people are saying, oh, I hate the word design thinking.
If you're only thinking, then you're not doing.
Some of the aspects of design thinking are simply suggesting that designers are not thinking.
It doesn't matter what the problem is, I can go in and solve it because I'm a designer.
I once had a guy come to me and literally say, it ain't show art, kid. You know, it's show business.
Why is it that big, huge corporations get beaten by kids in garages?
The thing that excites me the most about this, and I think excites most people, is we have a chance to really move the needle. We have a chance to make a difference on a significant level when we get all these pieces moving together. That's what gets me up every day.
There are plenty of examples of great use of design thinking in our everyday lives, be it education, retail, consumer products, healthcare, financial services, non-profit, journalism, technology, tourism, and even self-improvement like weight loss, anxiety, and ever-changing one's lifestyle. The challenges organizations face today are much more complex and trickier than the ones we faced a decade back. Can design thinking step in with its non-linear, human-centered approach? To take this very interesting subject further, let me invite an expert from the corporate world. Before we move on, don't forget to subscribe to our MITCON YouTube channel and on the link given below. Also press the bell icon to keep in touch with the latest happenings.
Imagine for a moment that you are living in the year 2050. The world's population has increased from about 7.7 billion to roughly 9.7 billion. This increase, coupled with an expanding global middle class that is demanding higher quality food, requires a near doubling of food production levels from 2021. This means we require one more planet Earth, which we do not have. What does this mean for health and wellness? Not just of humans, even the health and wellness of our planet itself. This is a very wicked problem which should have been solved back in 2021. I'm Rahul Andrews, founder of Cognify Labs, and I work with clients to do design thinking problem solving to help them solve their challenges. Welcome back to 2021. What will you do today to solve problems related to our future? What solutions must you discover and design to pilot and scale for the future? The future of food is just one example of how wicked problems require a different approach to solution some of the planet's most pressing problems. Here's where frameworks like design thinking can help you. First, you must understand the landscape. The context helps you to empathize. What are the issues and drivers that influence the future of food? This kind of thinking is called systems thinking. Second, you must redefine the right problem to solve. It's easy to solve problems right, but it's more important to solve the right problem. This calls for critical thinking. Third, you must ideate and use collective wisdom and group genius to create those solutions for the future. This is collaborative thinking. Fourth, you must begin to create solutions rapidly. You need to create prototypes. This calls for agile thinking. Fifth, you need to test these prototypes and solutions to see how they can solve the right problem. This requires applied thinking. Now let's look at each of these a little more closely. When you look at the problem of the future of food and begin to apply this framework, the first thing you need to do is to understand and have empathy for people and the planet. And this requires us to have the big picture systems view of our environment. Now, the World Economic Forum has helped create what are called strategic intelligence maps or transformation maps. This is a systems tool which allows us to understand the trends and drivers that are influencing the economy and industry. You can choose among hundreds of topics and influencers that you believe are relevant to the context. These maps ensure you have contemporary data and facts to the solutions that are required. Here is an example of a strategic intelligence map which conveys a systems view of key themes which are influencing the future of food problem we mentioned earlier. You can see that we have 4 themes: regenerative food systems, the global food systems, food innovation and technology, and health and wellness. And these have over 30 trends and drivers influencing these 4 themes. Choosing the right problem is the next step, which often means you have to sharpen the problem statement based on all the new data and facts available to you. This even means redefining the problem statement backed with evidence that is gathered by you. An example of a redefined problem statement could sound like this: how might we innovate global food systems to improve the health and wellness of people and the planet in the year 2050? Now we move to the third step. The third step is about ideation and brainstorming. Now I want to mention a very important point here. Before you come to the third step, it is important that you cover steps 1 and 2, because most people try to solve problems by diving straight into ideation and brainstorming without taking a systems view and having empathy for the data and facts, and without redefining the problem statement. So make sure you've gone through steps 1 and 2, and then you come to ideation and brainstorming. Now, crowdsourcing and hackathons are great examples of harnessing group genius to find robust solutions. to redefining problems that you want to solve. Organizations are today leveraging garage teams comprising of cross-functional members, startups, and even MSMEs to contribute to this process of ideation. And so when you look at the future of food, a cross-functional team could include agriculturists, farmers, global industry supply chains, food companies, retail channels, and even the social sector, policymakers. So make sure you have great representation from all of these who have an impact and can influence the solution that you are thinking about. The fourth step, solutions that emerge from brainstorming sessions must rapidly become prototypes and minimum viable products for users to experience. This is the heart of agile thinking. Design, build, use. Design, build, use. You need to go through this cycle often. Once you have the minimum viable prototype, you need to test this with the real user. And this is a continuous feedback process between the designers, the solution builders, and the users. You have to fail fast to succeed faster. Step number 5 is about testing your minimum viable product with the real users. And this is a continuous feedback process between the designers, solution builders, and users. You need to fail fast to succeed faster. Between the time identified for the problem to the time you launch a solution, many changes may happen in the environment, which require you to keep iterating your solution for users to find it relevant. I am inviting you to learn and adopt this approach of problem solving, which is being used by innovation organizations, entrepreneurs, and ecosystems today. You have an opportunity to learn more when you become a part of the MITCON ecosystem. This ecosystem at MITCON will provide you an environment of innovation work with diverse stakeholders across industry, MSMEs, academia, policymakers, and other partners. This ecosystem will ensure you are solving real problems that are waiting to be addressed. You will not be just learners, you will become practitioners. And you will find a very interesting, wicked problem waiting to be solved by you. I'm inviting you to take part in this web series by MITCON to understand these 12 skills, of which complex problem solving is just one of them. And at MITCON, you will have an opportunity to learn more from industry practitioners, as this web series has already featured, and many more. Concepts like innovation hubs, accelerators, incubators, these are what the industry is using today to innovate and help address complex problem-solving initiatives. So see you soon on the MITCON web series. This session on design thinking for complex problem-solving is just one of the 12 skills that you are learning on the MITCON web series. These skills will help you to become practitioners who are relevant to the industry today. And so I invite you to keep practicing these as you look for ways to solve the world's most pressing problems which require such innovative solutions. Thank you.